on the way. We came across a guy selling memories and vials with a sick man with him, and we stopped to help him out, give him more time. So hopefully he'll live. We'll see. We
I
got
think
into
he
the
will,
small
right?
town. What?
I didn't we when we sent him off. We gave him some health potions too to make sure that he got there safely.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Did also, I think, cast something that really helped.
Spare the
Yeah,
dying.
we all did stuff that helped.
I think you did lesser restoration.
Yeah, you
Right,
did lesser
lesser restoration.
Yeah, so that with some potions and healing hands and stuff like that, it got them enough they could actually get proper help for him. We got into the small town. Eden performed for people, and then I think we went to sleep. That's all I got.
I mean, that is the abbreviated version, but yes. And honestly, I'm not sure that most of the things that didn't make it into that abbreviation really mattered all that much. There were some epic moments that involved deck saves and all of that kind of stuff. We had the dirty dancing lift and all of that jazz.
With the cart and the weird mosquito-looking creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I fell off the wagon.
Yep, Paul Kacha.
And then promptly fell off the wagon himself, right?
I fell off the wagon.
No, he was already off the wagon.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He caught her in a dive.
Very back, and that was
Gotcha.
Eden had a couple of really, really awesome performances. Let's see. Yeah, you got the guy taken care of. Thea found some books, which I intend on before I go to sleep tonight. I'm going to give you a few specifics of things that you found in that.
Ooh, okay.
Because I don't want to forget, so I'm going to do that tonight. But yeah, she found a couple of interesting books. Did I have you guys? Do you remember if I had you guys roll for wisdom saves or anything like that for dreams? Had we? I think we might have done that.
Did
I
we?
think they did.
Yeah, I think we did.
I don't remember it, but that doesn't mean anything because it has been.
I believe they did.
Okay, so we'll say we did because I think that we did. We'll go ahead and deal with the next night of that when we get there. So yeah, that's pretty much where we left off, and I think that you guys had woken up and gone down to get breakfast, and I think that we left off there. So, so you have a direction in mind. You have been rested, and Thea made some pretty flowers to leave in place of the books that she took.
It's not stealing if you leave something random there.
They said they were open to a barter system. I just left out the bartering part.
It's fine. It's fine. It's an IOU paper flower.
Oh.
She'll come back later and provide more books for the little traveler's library there. It's fine. Everything is fine. So yeah. What now, yous guys?
Well, we're in Smeraldi, or we're heading.
You are in Smeraldi, headed towards Emerald City.
And where's the mines are the other or the east direction.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
we're hitting the mines on the way back from the Emerald City.
Correct. Well, or yeah, from the wall.
Okay. Seems well. You guys tell me what you guys want to do.
And this map that you sent us, this is Smeraldi, correct?
That is Emerald City.
Oh, this is Emerald City. Okay.
Yeah, it is a crappily drawn little thing on a bar napkin. And that little funky X circle-y thing is kind of, he says, general area for where the the person would be. I
So
am
did we have
assuming
did we have any business in Smeraldi
in
at all?
Smeraldi itself, no.
Okay.
No, pretty much that is a stopping point on the way.
Yeah, for us, I mean, unless you guys have like, if you guys want, stock up on supplies, if there's a place to do that, I mean, I'm all for just getting trucked into the Emerald City and getting this quest knocked out.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything to do here, so.
Good deal, good deal. So on the road again,
Is the sick guy and the guy who was selling the memories or the dreams? He's coming to Smeraldi to see the healer. He's not going to Emerald City.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is a cleric there that he is
Now, Paul does
pursuing.
not have the intelligence to think about this, but does anybody else want to maybe visit the healer to give them sort of a heads up to say, hey, there's a really, really sick guy on the way here who's got money to pay you to heal them if you want to go meet them, like, on the road.
That's a cool idea. I don't know. Would any of the rest of you think of that? You are fairly confident that you have gotten him healed up to the point like he could make the trip into town. You're fairly confident that you bought him a few days, and it's not going to take him a few days to get there. So yeah, I'm not sure. Would anybody think of that?
Yeah, I mean, if he's good enough to get into town stuff, I'll leave him be.
Yeah, I don't know that I would either.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to make some smart aleck remark at a cleric that is requiring people to come to them and pay lots and lots of money that could risk him not getting those services at all.
I think you're just bitter about, I don't know, the healthcare system we have in general and how doctors work.
Insurance. I mean, it
Listen,
is totally a scam.
Everybody's got to put coin in their pocket. I get it, but you have to have some goodwill.
I just don't
Yeah.
like that. I just don't like that the healers have to get between the gods and the person being healed. That's a total racket. I think the gods should do the healing themselves and take the
Not
offerings.
wrong.
And
Take it up with the gods, man. Take it up with the gods.
Nope.
Well,
So
honestly,
technically, I can heal. Does that make me a god?
No.
No,
Definitely not.
not the way that works.
Not at level 5
Definitely not. Nope. Negative rubber ducky.
or 6,
Oh.
whatever you are.
cool. Well, I guess if you guys are good, I say we get on the road and try to get ourselves to the Emerald City.
On the road
On the road.
again.
Dang it, Danny.
Off to see the wizard.
All right. So you guys load up. Teffin, you are in your bucket. I assume that you probably wake up sometime in the somewhat
Yeah,
early
I
morning.
wake up, I pull myself together.
In the most literal sense.
In the most literal sense. Now, what is sort of the predominant? I've been around here before. What is the predominant race?
So here you're gonna have a lot more. There are quite a few humans, but there are a lot of automata here. Like this whole
Okay.
realm has a decent number of automatons.
All right, so I'm still in my sort of clockwork dwarf form then.
Yeah. And there are also in this particular area. There's a little bit of like elf and half elf. That you didn't really see as many of them in like Two Rivers Run and whatnot, so this area gets a little bit heavier with that influence. There are also a few other races that aren't necessarily as familiar, but kind of look like they're in a similar vein, like smaller points to the ears, kind of tawny colored skin. They look elf adjacent,
Okay.
we'll say.
No, yeah, I'll probably still be in my clockwork
Okay.
dwarf form then.
Gotcha. Oh, what did I do? Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, you are still Clockwork Dwarf. You guys come down from your rooms and whatnot and are prepping for the morning stuff. Anything particular? Say it, Nate. Go ahead.
Nice pajamas, Steven.
Thanks.
I just thought you were gonna tell him nice ass, but you know. The way he was grinning, I was just waiting for it.
Same.
Same.
He wasn't actually commenting on the pajamas.
Nice pajamas, Steven. Uh-huh.
Pajamas.
Yes.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Why?
Except for Nate. Huh?
Except for
I'm not
Nate.
complaining.
He was smiling at it, I mean. He apparently enjoys the view. It's fine. All right. So getting your morning traveling started. Anything particular that anybody is wanting to do or address or anything like that on the way out of town? As we watch Stephen blind himself.
Multiple times in a row.
You know, the first time you would think you would learn.
One would think that.
One would be wrong.
Doesn't actually work there.
Oh, you should get me 50.
So we're traveling the road, huh?
Whoa, you're having some major lighting issues.
Yeah.
Do not watch this if you are epileptic.
Or
Gonna have
might
to put
become
it.
so. There we go.
Gonna have to put an epileptic warning on the start of this video.
I mean, realistically, this is not one people are particularly likely to watch anytime soon, other than us. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
true.
Do this for our own reference. It's fine.
No, I guess I will. After ingesting some organic fuel for myself, I'll go out and start.
Why does that sound so ominous?
Yeah.
Fuel.
I'll go in and or go out to the go out to the stables and start hooking Quimby up to the wagon.
Quimby, did he have a name before, or is that just
No,
been the thing?
I just generated it.
Quimby the horse. Okay.
Yeah, once we're finished eating breakfast, I'm gonna head out with everybody else and go into the cart and. All right, guys, let's go. Come on, we got places to be.
All right.
I thought for just a second about calling him Ed. No.
The horse.
Yeah.
You mean Mr. Ed?
So I discovered recently, and I guess I didn't realize this, but Wilbur from Mr. Ed.
Oh, that's the guy.
That's the same actor that voiced the original Scrooge McDuck.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
That's cool.
That makes me happy.
I did not know that.
Yes. Yes, he was. So
Many happy facts.
I know, right?
Yeah, indeed. All right, so everybody's loaded up and headed on.
As far as I know.
Yes.
Anything? What?
I will wait around until everyone shows up, and then we'll
All
be
right.
on our way.
Yeah, once I eat breakfast, my tiny little ass is on the cart.
Yeah. I'm eating breakfast while reading one of my new books.
Gotcha. It just dawned on me.
So go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead. What I'm saying doesn't actually involve the game so much as it does like just making sure that Jeff knows that we're on here if he gets back. Okay.
So Eden will finish eating a little bit before Thea and gets ready to go out of the cart, and he says, knock knock. And he'll sort of pull your book down. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Thea.
Thea who?
Thea later, alligator. I'm going through the cart.
Boo.
Does anybody take psychic damage for that? Or
I feel like they ought to. My goodness, that's terrible.
That
Boo.
Ah,
good. How long
Eden,
you
your
been sitting on
Steven
that
is
one?
showing.
I thought of it while we were playing last week, but there wasn't really an opportunity.
Last week? You mean last month?
David, I will give you
Whatever.
inspiration for that because that's a good one. It's so bad it's good.
Oh, don't inspire him for that, you dork. No, that doesn't deserve inspiration. That was terrible. Okay, fine. So with that, we
That was just awful. I like it.
I was wondering why the baseball was getting bigger, and then it hit me.
no, all of you.
That one was
people.
out of left field, Keith.
Oh, no. Why are you like this? Why? Also, where are the rest of my dice? Okay then. Anyway, moving on. Now that we're done, hopefully, no, we're not done taking psychic damage. I know you people too well.
yeah, I got to be careful. We keep doing this. Danny's going to throw a random encounter of a dragon or something at us.
That depends on how you roll, my friend.
My dolphin puns are bad on porpoise.
Oh my gosh!
Yep, dragon. Dragon today. Dragon right now. Out of nowhere, a giant dragon comes swooping into Smeraldi. No, not really. Okay. So, moving along with Thea, now either amused or slightly disgusted. I'm not sure which she would be.
She's amused.
You begin on the road again to Emerald City. So you've got about a day and a half travel. Who would like to roll for the first
Random
quarter of the
encounter.
day? Well, we'll say we'll divide this into thirds. So the first
I'll
third
roll.
of the day. Go for it.
Just a straight roll.
Yep, just straight roll.
That's a 6.
6.
Dragon now.
I blame Steven for this.
I don't think that counts as random.
Oh well, this one is intensely boring. Okay. You are going through this area of the plain, and you begin to get into a forested growth. It's still a pretty broad trail ahead of you, so you can still see the horizon line reasonably well through all of the trees. But you do end up, you start to notice that there is a large mossy overgrowth where you are. It kind of slows you up a little bit. It's not a horrendous slow up, but it does slow you up a little bit. If anyone would like to roll perception, they may. Or if anyone has...
I will roll perception because my new totem ability gives me something with perception. Hold on.
I got no perception today.
I mean, I might still not have good perception. I have the eyesight of an eagle. I can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty. I can discern fine details, as though I'm looking at something no more than 100 feet away. And dim light does not impose disadvantage. Okay, so yeah. So
cool.
I have great perception.
Awesome.
Except my wisdom is 0. So So
I rolled an 11, so probably not for me.
I rolled a 13.
Not bad, but probably for what you are having to perceive here, unless you were to be curious about this mossy stuff, I don't think you would pick it up with a 13.
Nah, it's moss.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've seen one moss, you've seen them all.
From the cart, you guys would probably notice that you are clunking differently than you were on the dirt road. There's a little bit more squish underneath the cart. And it does feel, although it's kind of hard to tell unless you're looking out of some kind of a window or something. I forget, did we decide there was a window in there, Keith?
The only window there would be in the door in the very back.
In the door. If you happen to look out the window, you would probably notice that you're slowed down a little bit. But if not, you probably wouldn't notice that part. But it does feel like this is a different landscape. This is a different terrain than what you were on before. So that's going to slow you up for a little ways. That was very anticlimactic. Thanks for that 6, Nate. God, I thought I was going to get to throw something fun at you. Because I still
went there. We still got 2/3 to go.
That's true. That's true. Anything specific that anyone wants to talk about or anything like that?
I
think
will. Sorry, go ahead.
It may have been low, yes.
They're sticky.
I mean, we do already know for absolute sure that the humidity is rough on many things, so it would make sense that it would have a negative impact on dice. Blah, blah.
Yeah, humidity's the worst. I would like, since my music box went missing, I would like to go ahead and use my tinkering ability to create a small clockwork toy.
Okay, cool. Roll me your proficiency or your tools thing, whatever.
It's like it's my dex and my proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Woo, nice. That is a 23.
Ooh, describe for us the little toy that you are making.
I make a small mechanical, like mosquito-like creature, the ones that we fought, that when I wind it up, the wings on it flap back and forth, and then the head moves up and down with the stinger. So it stands
really
still,
cool.
but that's what it does.
That's really cool, actually.
Little clockwork mosquito monster.
Fabulous. And are you at the back of the thing, or are
I'm
you
probably in the cart.
Okay, in the cart.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys see
too.
Paul.
I
Paul
was pouting when I was sitting outside of the cart, and I'm not pouting now. So so I'm in the cart.
So you guys see Paul build this really strangely beautiful toy, mechanical toy that moves very, very well. Like it's a really nice looking little thing.
I mean, I probably don't see that since I'm up front driving.
Yeah, you don't because you're up front. Nate, are you up with him again? You were
Yeah, I would be up front.
Okay.
I'm in the back.
All right. So do you guys do anything specific? Anybody else have anything?
Eden is working on a new song, and so he's sort of just idly plucking out notes. Occasionally he'll pull out a bell and get like a truer sound out of it and then put it back and keep writing.
Okay, good deal.
I'm just kind of listening to the landscape kind of against the horse's hooves and the wheels.
I couldn't hear any of that, but it was fun to watch.
Oh,
This part,
Enjoyed that.
Okay, so you didn't get my sound effects.
Nope,
No.
no sound effects.
No, we did not.
Okay.
But we got the visual effects, and they were great. All right.
10 out of 10 for the visual effects.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Good deal. So carrying on, would anybody like to roll for the second third of the day?
I don't know. Or did you? Oh, I will. $18. Dragon!
What, pyramid?
All
I think that
right.
was low 90s.
So what was that? Huh?
I think
Oh.
pyramids were low 90s.
Yeah, pyramid.
Oh.
I should
So
probably remember that because I rolled like 4 of them, right?
well, this is also a different table. This is this is an
Yeah.
encounter table that I pulled from the interwebs that is not in the DMG. So, so you have gotten to a place in the landscape that has obviously befallen some pretty horrendous fires recently. And the landscape of this area is pretty scarred and battered. There is a large, very deep ravine below, and a bridge that is certainly big enough for your cart traffic, but it also looks pretty weathered by all of the stuff that has affected this area. It is far enough across that it would be difficult to, like, you as people would not jump this. So the cart would definitely want to go across the bridge. There's
Okay.
like, if a person's not going to jump it, a cart's certainly not going to, probably. It dawned on me who I was talking to, like midway through that statement. I should probably put that caveat in there. So yeah,
Find a way to make the cart fly.
he's already working on tank tracks. Why not wings too?
You know?
You know people who have made boats fly. So
Yeah, I have. I'm just, I'm kind of so attached to Quimby. I would hate to make the cart like self-driving, autonomous, as it were.
yeah. You could make Quimby a Pegasus. Sorry.
Just stick a horn and wings on him.
Yeah, that's not where my talents lie.
You're a Pegasus now.
Does anybody have polymorph?
I wish.
Not yet.
Are we stopping before we cross the bridge?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pull up first and sort of contemplate the bridge for a little bit.
All right. So if we stop, I'm going to probably get out of the cart and ask what's going on. So what's up? Why we stopped?
There is a bridge ahead that
Yeah, I know. I see. Why we stopped?
I just want to make sure that it's going to hold the weight of the cart before we drive across it. So
Why wouldn't it? It's a bridge. That's what bridges do, right?
you do see that there's been like fire all around, right?
I mean, I see a lot of burnt stuff.
I just want to check the bridge, okay? So I'm going to start. I'm going to leave. I'm going to climb down, and I'm going to leave Paul there, and I'm going to walk out on the bridge, taking special note of structural stability as best I can.
You need some help? I walk with him.
Start jumping up and down on it.
When we get to the bridge and he starts testing it, that's exactly what I do.
Oh, God.
I'm going to find the planks and start jumping up and down with all my weight. And I'm going to do that on every single plank Like
All 4 pounds of you? Okay.
I'm packing a lot of like weight.
I mean, he's
like,
got
you
a lot
gotta
of-
imagine like he's a small creature, but the amount of pressure that he's putting on those small feet in one location, I mean, that's a lot. You know,
He's condensed.
it's like if you were to take me but put me in high heels. Like that's where the pressure point.
Why haven't we done this yet?
So put me in high heels because I
Right.
break my ankles. That's why.
Oh, that's a good reason.
Otherwise, he would probably give it a go.
I played soccer in high heels once.
So that's why I do.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, high heels and a princess dress. It was pretty
I start
awesome.
jumping on the planks.
I want
That's
pictures.
not how you do that, Paul.
None exists.
See, look, they work just fine. See, this one's great. Yeah, this one too.
Oh, I would like for you to roll me a percentile dice, sir.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting Corey's flashbacks.
That's a 50. Straight 50.
Right.
That's 50-50 right there, Danny. I think that means it's the DM's decision on what happens.
Hey, even odds.
Well, so I would like for you to roll me a dex save.
How long is this bridge?
I would say it's probably like it's not insanely long, but it's probably about. I'm trying to decide how long this room is for for some kind of point of reference. Probably about 30 feet across. So
Okay.
far enough it would be a pain without a bridge of some sort. Are you muted? Yeah, you're muted, Steven. Okay.
How deep is the ravine?
We're about to find out. I rolled a 9.
Actually, with the 50-50 thing, you don't save it from going through, but it doesn't totally just break underneath you so that your whole self falls through. So pretty much your leg goes through, like one of your legs goes through the board, and your shoulders, broad as they be, stop it. So you've kind of gone, and now there is a half paw above the bridge, and the rest of him is dangling below with his little feet. Kick.
This one's not so good. You should probably not step on this plank.
Yeah.
Like Jumanji.
And I'm going to reach
Like
down
something
and
on the
grab him
ceiling.
and pull him out and set him out.
So, Keith, roll me an investigation to check out. It's fine. You pull Paul out, not a problem. But roll me an investigation for the bridge itself.
Guidance.
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 You're guided.
So what is that?
D4.
All right. So the D4 on top. And that is an unnatural 20.
Nice. So there are 3 different places where the ropes that are joining things together are pretty badly damaged. There are also 5 boards that look like they would be pretty questionable. The boards themselves are not super crazy wide. So the only place that this is going to be a huge problem, although you foresee like there could be an issue with just the single planks, there is one spot where 2 of the planks are right next to each other. And
Okay.
if that area was to give, it would be considerably more difficult to get your cart across at that point. Like, it would
Okay.
be pretty difficult.
All right. I have just by virtue of the fact that I am a craftsman, I've got all kinds of You all right? The DM failed her the DM failed her dex check.
The DM just tried to fall off the ball. I'm good. I'm good.
So I've got
Everything's
so I assume I've got a fair amount of raw materials in the cart. Would I be able to, or would I have the right kind of materials to do some kind of something that would help strengthen the areas that are weak on this bridge?
We could probably use like some rope or something to kind of reinforce some of the spots.
Say that again. Sorry, there were.
Could we maybe like use some rope to reinforce some of the like spots that are a little questionable?
That could be something that is workable. You have other materials at your disposal. Most of them would be metalworking, I assume. So the rope might be the majority of what you have that would be useful.
Okay.
Unless you have some reason that you would be carrying wood planks along with you.
I have an immovable rod. So we have a backup if the things go down.
Just stick it in the top of the cart and just have it hang there on top of it. It's like,
I mean, worst case scenario, but you know.
You could probably, if you roll well enough, you could probably jerry rig some safety measures in the weak spots.
I'd be
Okay.
happy to lend my my physical strength to help like tighten the knots.
So what would that roll be?
Let's see. I guess that would probably. I'm trying to think of different proficiencies. Metalworking doesn't apply here. Tinkering doesn't exactly apply here. Got a whole bunch of DMs in this. Like, what would you guys say that roll is?
I mean, I would go with dexterity, and based on the fact that he's got like some, I mean, you know, potentially give him his proficiency bonus because he has an understanding of like physics.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably what I would do. But
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. So yeah, let's do that. It would be a dex plus your proficiency. And Paul, are you helping?
No.
I am, but I'll only do what Evan tells me to do.
Hang on.
Just tell me what you need me for, buddy.
Hang on. I got this. Because I forgot that I actually had that spell. I'm going to go to each and every one of the boards and cast Mending on it.
Oh.
And that's a cantrip.
Nice.
I can cast it as many times as I need to.
Okay.
That and the rope.
Bridge.
Just the spots that I identified were problems. So each of the boards gets Mending. Each of the ropes where it's problematic gets Mending, and that should take care of it.
And I'm going to be right behind him, bounce on every plank to test the mendings. Yep, this one's good. Yep, that one's good too.
So there's just this Paul jumping down the bridge.
We get to the middle of it, and the whole bridge is bouncing like this, and I'm going to reach out and just grab him. Don't do that, please.
You better hope the ropes on the other end are holding together well too.
So I'm going to look over to Thea and Eden, and I'm going to say, if you want, I can teleport us over there one by one.
Eden hasn't even gotten out of the cart.
We haven't
Still
gotten
in the
out.
back of the cart, just sitting and playing.
Thea, if you like, I can teleport you over there.
Okay, well, we might. Could you teleport us just one at a time, or
One at a time, yes.
okay?
So I
Not
imagine
everyone. I can take 2 people.
So I
Two
imagine
people at a time, or I'm sorry. Keith.
Yeah, I can take 2 people one at a time, but only 2 people.
Oh, okay.
So I imagine that process of me doing the mending takes about a half hour or so.
Yeah, probably about that.
And then,
Okay.
you know, I'll double check my work on the way back, make sure everything is nice and fixed up and good to go. And then I'll get back to the cart and climb up in the driver's seat. Okay.
I'm gonna stay
Far.
back until the cart gets across.
Tevin, you want me in the cart just in case things go south?
Do what you want to do, Paul. Just don't jump up and down and bounce while we're doing this.
Aye.
How far down is like the drop?
It's probably a good 100 feet. Like it's
Okay.
a deep,
It'll kill you.
yeah, but it's deep enough to hurt a lot.
So
The drop's not so bad. It's the sudden stop that's really the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever gets off of the cart, and whoever stays on the cart.
I'm going to stay on
And-
the cart inside of it just in case something happens that I can click that immovable rod and
That's
keep the
actually
cart.
a really good idea.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and so who all's staying behind?
Staying behind.
You're staying behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind just to take some
Okay.
weight off the cart.
And Eden.
Yeah.
I am still in the back of the cart.
All right.
Okay.
Well-
Before they go though, I am going to cast Featherfall on them just in case.
Except I think we're because we're on the ground, it immediately ends, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
don't
think
know.
it does. I think it does.
You have to be
I think it's
falling.
only if you're
Yeah, you
falling.
actually
It's
have
a
to be in
reaction.
the air.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Sorry, you
Hold
screwed.
off on that. Well,
So once
depending on
everyone,
the range, you
I'll be
can
fine.
cast it if they fall. Yeah, that's true. I kind of forget.
so I'm gonna go ahead and just once everyone's disposed the way they're going to be, I'll flick the reins and get Quimby moving across the bridge.
You are able to do so with the mending that you did. Well, actually, did I have you roll for that?
No.
No, you mended. You mended.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
mending. It's just
Sorry.
it's the cantrip. It's yeah.
Couldn't brain. Yeah, so with the mending that you did on it, it holds up. Like, you gotta go slow to keep
Oh, yeah.
from everything bouncing all over the place, but
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
able to make it across without any particular hazard.
And so I'll get us across to the other side and pull off to the side and wait for everyone else to join up.
Good deal.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Question for the 3 spellcasters / the one who's not here. Does anybody have knock? Because that is something that I would take, but if it's something we already have, then I'll just do something different.
I don't even think it's on my list.
Okay, I will take knock then. Thank you.
I've
That's
never
all.
heard of that spell.
Open
It's
scores.
great.
Huh?
Yep.
Huh?
Good deal.
And I don't know if he does or not, actually.
Well,
oh,
he might
he's
not.
leveled up since the last time, but
Yeah.
Well, I can look and see what he had. But I don't think...
it is a level 2 spell, so he might have it, but
No, he does not. Unless
Okay.
he added it. Unless he wants to add it with the level up.
which he won't need to because I have it now, so we're good.
Indeed. Good deal, good deal. Most excellent. So you guys, the rest of you cross on foot, or do you teleport?
Seeing the wagon made it across. Okay, I'll walk.
I feel like that's probably a safe bet.
I'll walk as well.
Let's see. Let me make sure that I've got the right thing up here. All right. So carrying on forward, anything anybody is doing for this little chunk of the day?
I'm going to sit on the top of the cart, like on the very, very top, not like on the bench seat, and just lay down and kind of stare at the sky while we're riding on this long trip.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
It's a 2.
Pretty clouds. Some of them are shaped real neat. That one
Yeah.
kind of looks like a merman. There's this other one over there that kind of looks, if you squint really, really hard, kind of looks like Pyron if he was turned at just the wrong angle. You know, just it's a strange thing, but it kind of looks like Pyron. But yeah, it's pretty clouds. Pretty much it.
Just zoning out.
Just zoning out. Kind of very pleasant day at this particular moment. At least you think.
Thank God. My image is in the sky.
Listen, deities are way over the head of Paul. He doesn't got that. That's not even something he can begin to comprehend.
All right. Anything for the rest of you guys?
Just
And just reading my book and making notes and
Good deal, good deal.
just driving along.
So, who would like to roll for the final third of this day? What?
I get it.
What'd you get?
99.
99.
Dragon.
All
That's
right.
either great or terrible.
Or both.
99.
Red balloons go by.
I was thinking 99 bottles, but yeah, that works too.
Captain Kirk.
That one really doesn't work for this. I'm gonna have to.
Make it roll again.
Like, I didn't read through all of these. Some of these don't work in this particular scenario. That is all right. Okay. The one next to it works well enough. Anybody who is on top or outside of the cart,
Crap.
roll me a perception check.
Oh yeah, because I'm
Dragon. Dragon.
Oh, it's a natural 1.
Yeah,
That's a
pretty
2 and a 1
clouds.
back to back for perception checks.
Still real pretty
16.
clouds. 16, okay.
23.
23, okay. So with the 16, you hear a rustling in one of the trees as you approach. Like it's a loud enough, you hear a crack above the sound of your...
Oh. Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry. All right. And you see, Nate, you actually see what caused this. Where you are, Teffin, you didn't quite get a look at it. You just see some movement in the tree from where the sound comes from.
Okay.
Pyron, you see the shape, kind of a shadowy shape of a girl, who then jumps down out of the tree, and you lose her in the thick underbrush of the forest. But then you see a wolf dart across the path.
Like right in front of us or just down a ways?
Down a little ways. It is in front of you, but it's down a little ways. As you approach, there is still movement in the trees alongside you.
Huh.
How you choose to handle this is up to you.
Alright, I'm going to nudge Tefra and say, hey, there might be trouble up ahead. Get ready.
Okay. So I'll sort of get the crystal in my chest charging up.
One moment, have to look something up here. All right, there it is. Alrighty. So, to write this down.
I have 99 red balloons stuck in my head now.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice. As you approach, those of you on the outside who rolled 16 or above, you guys become more aware of the fact that there is now more movement in the woods beside you, kind of following you up from behind. But there are sounds coming from inside the woods deeper as well, ahead of you. So it seems like there are several different shapes.
Would my danger sense be going off?
What is that?
Oh no, this is a different thing. This is for like traps and this gives me advantage on dexterity saving throws. Sorry.
No
There's
worries.
something that I'm thinking about that's allows like if there is like you can't be like surprised or something like that. So for a moment I thought it was danger sense. My apologies.
No worries.
That's the alert feat.
That's what it is. You're right. It is the alert feat.
Do any of you have the alert feat? So yeah, it's pretty much just Teffin and Pyron that realize that there's something afoot.
I start whistling.
Sure. As you start whistling, you don't see it because you're laying on top of the cart. One of the rustling entities in the woods.
That's it. I know what song I'm writing now.
There you go.
Well done, Paul.
A large wolf-ish beast darts out of the woods and begins running towards the rear of the wagon. Yeah.
A large wolfish beast towards the rear because it's behind me and I'm driving forward. I don't see it.
Do I need to make another perception check to see if I see this or
Yeah, you can.
or notice this? That's a 9.
Alrighty then.
I got
I'm going-
0 in my wisdom, guys. I'm not a wise guy.
I am going to, at this point, spend 3 sorcery points and summon Hound of Ill Omen.
Okay, how does that work?
So essentially, I am summoning a dire wolf. It has all the stats of a dire wolf, except that it is medium sized and is a monstrosity, not a beast. And it has additional 3 temporary hit points. And it can it automatically knows where hidden targets are.
Ooh, that's good.
Interesting. All right. So you suddenly manifest a direwolf from nothing. Where does it pop up? Is there a?
It says within. No, it says within 120 feet of me. So it's going to be like beside me, but on the ground.
I just really, really like the idea of all of the sudden, like Eden has this giant direwolf in his lap. Kind of want that to be a thing. Okay, so you have a direwolf running alongside the cart, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Let me roll a few things for the ones that are in the woods.
So let me say it can detect hidden targets. So.
Okay. So is this? Yeah. Does he have an attack? Is he attacking, or is he just running?
So right now he's like beside me, kind of like walking beside the wagon, and he's also looking where the enemies are, where that one wolf went by.
Yeah. So he sees this one that has come out of the shadows and is coming towards the wagon. Does he have like what does he do
He can attack. Yeah, he can
Okay.
attack.
after
So-
you cast this? Does he have his own initiative roll? How does that work? Does it say?
I think it is the same as mine.
Okay, in that case, everybody roll initiative. Those of you who don't know that you're in initiative yet, this won't apply for a moment, but
Yeah.
weird. We have a split party without having the party split. It's strange.
+2.
What you got, Keith? 4 total? Ow!
Hey,
Tefin
Yep.
is a 4.
I got a 13.
13 is a Paul. Why are you grinning, Steven?
So, I'll give you my inner monologue so that you sort of understand. He said that he rolled his total was a 4, and I was like, that's funny. Like I can't even roll a 4 because I have a +4. Rolled a 1. I have 5.
That's what you get for being saucy.
Yep.
5 for Eden. Nate?
19.
What? 18?
19.
19. Okay. 19 for Pyron. Thea?
17.
17 for Thea. I'm just going to do all of these guys at once so that I don't have to keep track that much. Ooh, they first. All right. So, initially, you have a direwolf running alongside the wagon. What was that?
Sorry, Jason's making us popcorn. He just wants me
Oh,
to
okay,
let him
gotcha.
know when it's his turn. So,
Oh,
sorry.
Gotcha. So while initially more curious than anything, the giant direwolf that has materialized from the ether apparently startles the wolf enough that he is going to go ahead and the wolf beast enough that he is going to go ahead and attack. So okay. So he's going to take a swipe and a bite at your direwolf. Both of those kind of suck. +4 to hit. So there's a 14 and a 9. Do either of those hit your wolf?
On me?
Yeah, the AC.
14 is the AC. Okay, so
Yep.
it gets one. This beast ends up swiping, and the first one misses. The bite that he comes up with manages to get the back of his neck.
Okay.
And that's going to end up being 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the other ones are going to move in. You see 3 other similar beasts that they look similar to your direwolf. Hi, buddy.
Look at the little.
You can hear me.
He's gotten so big.
I know. Like he sneezed and he grew. It's just not cool, man. But yeah, you see 3 other. One of them is smaller, and you can identify it as the one that kind of came from where the little girl fell from the tree. And that brings us. They're just going to close the distance. That brings us to you, Pyron.
Okay. So there's 3 of them.
Yes, well, 4 total. There are
4
three
total.
coming. Yeah, there are 3 coming out of the woodwork. There's one with
So
your
are they
dagger.
all still behind the wagon?
No, 2 of them would be from in front,
Okay.
opposite sides of the path.
Okay. And can I see the girl still?
Nope.
Okay.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Oh, you look so concerned. Oh, buddy.
So the one that just attacked. So the one that just attacked, I am going to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Yeah, +8 to attack. $16?
16?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. So that'll be a 2d8 cold damage. There's one. Ooh, nice. That's going to be 9 points of cold damage, and it has -10 speed.
And this is
So
to the one that's attacking your direwolf?
Yes. Yes.
So -10
So,
speed and 9
until
points?
the start. Yeah, until the start of my next turn.
Okay, cool. Good deal, good deal. Alright.
And then my wolf is going to attack as well.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, he gets a +5. Ooh, that's a 21.
That's definitely gonna hit.
Okay. And then there'll be a
AC
2d6.
is 12. 2d6 to do it.
Yep. That's gonna be 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing. Alright. So we've got
Okay.
good deal.
Is it a creature or is it a beast? What is it? Is it a wolf?
Things are not as they appear.
Yeah. It
Well, if it's-
technically is.
If it's a creature, it has to succeed on a strength save or be knocked prone. That's why I asked.
No.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Hey. Technically these are humanoid. It's a real bad day for them. All right. So that's you and your wolf.
Yes.
Thea, roll me perception check to see if you notice that all of this craziness is going on around you.
22.
From the back of the bus, you do in fact hear the scuffle, like sounds like dogs just absolutely going after it, attacking each other and growling and yelping and all of this from behind the cart. So you are suddenly aware that there is some violence happening nearby.
Okay. The window that's in the back door, is that just a solid pane of glass, or is it like you can raise it up? Or
Yes.
I kind of imagine it's more like it's not one single solid pane of glass, it's like 4 of them in the framework, like the crossed framework in the frame. But no, it doesn't open.
okay.
The only opening in the cart would be maybe there's a hatch in the top for ventilation purposes.
I guess I would look out the back window, and I guess as far as I know, there's just 2 wolves chasing our cart. So I'm gonna throw an Eldritch Blast at one of them. I guess the bigger one.
Which is probably your direwolf. How big is a direwolf? Direwolves are pretty freaking huge, right?
Yeah, dire wolves are big compared to normal wolves, and normal wolves are
Wolves are already big. Yeah.
already
So
big.
an actual dire wolf is considered a large. Mine is considered medium.
Okay.
Oh. So
So
actually,
it's
they're
still probably bigger than a wolf, but it's not the size of a dire wolf.
okay.
So he's the runt of the dire wolf litter.
But he's probably still bigger than the
yeah.
the wolf beast. So,
Reagan.
Oh, you be quiet, Mr. Jumping on the dilapidated bridge.
I was testing the bridge. All right. Just testing it.
go for it.
Well, I'm sorry. I think I'm helping us out, getting the wolves off our tail.
You get massive kudos for doing what your character would.
I didn't do super good. It's an 8.
Oh,
No, that's a miss.
Miss!
woo!
Yay, I'm okay with it.
At least if you're gonna miss, you miss something that's on your side. It's
Mhm.
great. All right.
And then I
So
guess just as
the other
a...
one.
as
The
just
other
a
one.
the other one. Just kind of as a free action, I just start yelling, wolves! There's wolves!
Oh,
Just to get everyone's attention.
So that's gonna end up being Paul. Paul, you hear this by now. You're outside of this. You're gonna notice.
Wolves!
Wolves!
Dinner!
There you go. Oh man,
Stand
that
up
just
to look to see what I can hit.
this is gonna get problematic in a hot minute if you're thinking dinner thoughts.
I see wolves. I see a large wolf and a smaller wolf fighting mine.
Yes. Yeah, because Pyron, you wouldn't have. Would you have said what you were doing when you cast your wolf?
Mine because I was such in a hurry to get it done. So
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, you see two wolves fighting. One of them's bigger.
I'm just gonna roll I'm just gonna roll d20 and see which one I attack. Even will be the bad one, and odd will be the good one. It's a 10. So I jump off the cart, full jump, rage in the middle of my leap to bring my axe down on the smaller of the two wolves.
Nice. Nice. Roll it.
Oh my god. That is a 10.
Oh nope. I mean, he's got a pretty low AC, but
All right,
not
so
enough.
I missed with my first swing, but I have a second swing, so I'm gonna swing again.
Go for it.
That is a 9.
That also does not hit.
Yeah,
Have you been talking to his dice, Steven?
I rolled a 3 and a 2. These are brand new dice. So I have
not me.
a friend of mine bought me this dice set. Okay, solid metal dice, super nice. Can't roll for crap with.
I've never had good luck with metal ones, but also my metal ones weren't gifted to me. And I have decided that pretty much all of my gifted dice work better than the ones that I have bought.
Need to
It
do a
has
dice
that
cleansing.
positive energy mojo.
Need to do a dice cleansing.
Maybe. Well, I'm in the middle of a fight between two wolves, holding it. That is my turn.
Fabulous. So you are
Actually,
right
you know
on
what?
top of this wolf.
Can I move a little bit still?
Yeah, because the jump probably that did not take very much movement.
Sure. So
One of those-
after I swing and I miss both times, I'm gonna like jump back 10 or 15 feet just to get some distance between me and the wolves. So
Okay.
I'm not right there in the middle of the melee.
Okay, cool. That's probably a solid plan.
Now that would trigger an opportunity attack.
And if they saw me as a threat, yes, but if they do that, they have to do it at disadvantage because I have the eagle totem.
It's a fair point. Actually, I think the one is probably concerned enough about the dire wolf that he's not really.
I did miss them both times.
Yeah, he's not actually that concerned about Ariel Paul. All right. So Eden, that brings us to you. You are now definitely aware that there are things happening. So
You're muted.
Eden steps up and sort of brushes himself off and steps over to the door. So Paul is in between these two wolves, right? That's all I see is Paul in between two wolves.
Yep, pretty much.
This is why communication is key, guys.
Yep, definitely.
That has definitely become a theme of our other campaign.
All of our adventures. is
Communication's not our strong suit.
Nope.
Just go with it.
Now Paul has put some distance in between him and the wolves now, but you do totally see him like jump into the middle of them, tussling with them. And it is clear that he is about to get back into it.
Maybe he doesn't want to. I'm just trying to figure out distances here. How far are the wolves from the back of the cart?
The one is still running forward, so probably within about 10, 15 feet.
Okay, so well within range then.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Paul, which way did you backed up towards the cart?
Probably.
Okay.
Just would have jumped into the fight and then missed 2 swings and immediately darted right backwards. So I imagine physically I would have dodged back closer to the cart.
Makes sense. Okay. So we're gonna do Shatter at 3rd level. And we're going to avoid hitting Paul.
That's good plan. You're a kind man.
Let's see. Okay, they need to make both need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so you roll.
Well, are they
on
within
for
10
yours.
feet of each other? I assume they are
Yes.
since they're fighting.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, both of them will need to make con saves.
Maybe. What's your con, buddy? 13.
Failure.
Oh.
17.
That one will save. Woo! DC 16.
Oh, actually, no. I was about to. I forgot that I was doing this the adding way instead of the subtracting way, so I thought that you would put him down. I was like, no, not yet. Never mind. You said 24?
Yep.
So,
That's smarts.
not far off, though. All right. So, back up to the baddies.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa. Where...
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He rolled a 4.
Sorry, Teffin.
So I'm going to, take the reins, sort of wrap them around the whatever it is you wrap it around on the front of the cart, and I'm going to stand up, pull open my jacket. The crystal starts to glow, and I'm going to take a shot at one of the wolves that's coming at us from the front.
Imagine it's like him just flashing, like a quick flash.
That is a natural 20 for 27.
Woohoo!
As 2 lasers
Nice.
come out.
So, so that's 6. And we're doing the one full die and roll again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be 14 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Awesome. Good job.
Does it go down?
It does not.
Okay, so I am also going to take the once on each of my turns when I hit, I can deal an extra 1d6 to the target, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So that's an additional 4 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Bada boom. All right. Yeah, still not going down on
Still
the
not going down? Okay, second
It does
attack
yelp
coming.
really loudly.
What's that?
Same wolf.
Same wolf.
Okay.
For another natural 20.
Holy crap, man.
Man.
All right.
So
The dice are with you.
the dice are with me. The virtual dice are with me, even.
Also with you.
So that's another 12 points of lightning damage.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that is. I have to think if she needs to con save that. Yeah, she needs to make a con save. Ooh. So that one, while still breathing, does go down into a heap on the ground in front of you. And upon falling to the ground, begins to slowly change into the shape of the girl.
Ruh-roh.
All right. That brings us back to the baddies. Is that all of your
Yeah,
stuff?
that was it.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was it.
So-
Unless I can reach down and pull the reins to stop Quimby, that is my act. That is everything I can do.
You haven't used any of your movement. Well, actually, you would have had to tie your reins up to begin with, so that probably would have been about your movement anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So one is unconscious. The other two are going to the one coming in from the side and the other one coming in from the front are going to have at your horse. Oh,
As one does.
Not
As one
Quimby,
does.
no.
Not quit.
I think that means we need to hook up Paul when your horse dies.
one of those rolls was a 4. The rest of them hit probably. The lowest one is a 16.
Let me find it. Hang
A
on.
horse? That's almost definitely going to hit a horse.
I think a horse's AC is 12,
Probably.
maybe 14.
Oh, let me see. I don't have it pulled up. Miscellaneous creatures. 1 second.
10. AC of 10 for a ride.
Well, but it's going to be a draft horse, though.
Oh,
So maybe less?
Where is it? Wow, that's.
AC 10.
Okay.
So that's going to end up, the 4 is still not going to hit you. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
You got a mean
that's-
attack, though.
yeah, that's going to end up doing between the other 3 attacks. That's going to end up doing 19 points of piercing damage between claws and teeth.
You got a dead horse.
Oh no!
You got 19 hit points.
Oh no!
Well, he's
You can
down.
heal him.
He's
you can
down.
heal him. Yep. And then the other one in the back is gonna attack. Ooh. I don't think that the first one's gonna hit. One of them's a 16. One of them is. Math is hard.
Okay, so
One of
hang
them
on.
is an 11.
So I do have to ask, what were the? Was it just 2? Was it just 2 of them that was attacking?
Yeah, and
Quimby?
one of the attacks missed. They both
So
had
one-
2. They had 2 attacks each.
Okay, so one of the attacks. So what was the damage for each?
Okay. Ooh.
Sorry.
I've moved the dice. I don't remember. So
3 total attacks that hit. right?
Yeah, it was 3 total
So
attacks. that
average
hit.
is 6.3 per hit. So
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to.
call
I'm
it-
just trying to decide where Quimby is in terms of death saves.
Gotcha. So each one would have been like roughly 6.
Okay, so. All right, so he didn't go down until the very last hit. So.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's still okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's dying, but
Right.
but he's not down death saves yet.
Right.
Okay, so Nate does 11 doesn't hit. 16? Yes. Okay.
Wait, going through the wolf?
Yeah, it's still fighting the wolf because the wolf is
Yeah.
attacking him.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Minimum damage. That's gonna be 5.
Okay, that's not bad.
All right, and that brings us back up to Pyron.
Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yell out to everyone, "Hey, that big one is mine. Don't hit it."
Smart.
You
That's
also
free
did
action.
just see one turn back into a human, though.
Yeah, because you're up on the front, so you'd have seen that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
sure if you care to say anything about that, but that's
Not at the moment.
alrighty.
So anyway, yeah, don't hit my wolf. And then with that, I am going to I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on the one that my wolf is attacking.
Okay.
So that's going to be intelligence save. DC 16.
In its current, oh no, that doesn't matter. I was about to say in its current state, it's probably not that bright. But it rolled a 7, so
Okay.
I know the intelligence in its current form is not going to be high enough to save that.
Okay. That is 9 psychic damage, and is going to get a -3 on its next save.
Oh, math, why is it so hard? Okay, there we go. And that one needs to make a con save because that was more than half of what he had left. Makes it though. Okay. That one stays up. Good job. That was
Okay, so like I said, it's going after the Mind Sliver, it was supposed to get a -3 on its next save.
oh, -3.
Yes.
Okay, so and it was a con save.
No, intelligent. So after it hits,
After it hits. Okay.
yeah, after it hits, which was the intelligence save, it
Yeah.
now has a -3 for whatever the next save was going to be.
Okay, so con
So
save
for
he
the
rolled.
con save is going to be -3.
It still would end up being an 18.
Okay, I mean that's fine. I'm just saying. So,
Yeah. So I assume that still saves.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Good deal. Well done. Thea.
Wait, I get my wolf.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that I didn't write him in there, so I keep forgetting he has
That's
a
fine.
turn.
That's fine. And he's going to bite again.
Alrighty.
18.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, and that was a 2d6. That'd be 13 piercing damage.
And it is down. And you begin to see and everybody in the back of the bus would see as well this kind of skid to a halt on his face, and this wolf kind of slowly begins transforming into a man. His hair begins to kind of just fade into his skin, and over the next couple of seconds he becomes a human, face down, kind of like smeared with blood from road rash and all of these bite marks everywhere.
He's a meat crayon.
He's a what?
A meat crayon.
Oh, that's a terrible description. Meat crayon. Oh, I'm disturbed by that, Stephen. Now I have to describe something like
So
that.
with that, I will call off my wolf and I'll have him wait for the next one. But yeah, he's no longer attacking the human.
All right. Okay. So that brings us to Thea.
You're muted.
Thank you. Sorry. So from the back of the cart, I see a wolf that just turned into a man. This other wolf that I now know is Pyron's, and then Paul is like standing out there.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming our cart has stopped moving now because the horse is down.
Yep. The cart is definitely no longer in motion.
Okay. I will open up the door and jump down, and I'm gonna make my way with what I've got 30 feet of movement. If I can get to the front of the cart with that.
Oh yeah. You can get to the front.
Well, jumping. I didn't know how much movement that would take up. And then I will see the horse and cast Spare the Dying on the horse.
Nice.
So
It's
he's stabilized.
Good call. Well done.
And then that is an action. Are there more wolves coming in towards the front?
There were wolves that had just attacked the horse. So there's the girl on the ground, the guy on the ground, and there were two that are next to the horse. They now seem distracted by their fallen friends, and their turn has not come up to actively attack or anything like that, but their attention is now on the girl since they're in front of the cart.
Okay. And then I will. Oh, that's an action too. I'll just use whatever bit of movement that I have left to just get back closer to the cart itself.
Okay. Yeah, so you're probably getting in pretty close to it. All right.
I'll bonus action Shillelagh on my staff just to get ready to hit something if I need to.
Okay, good deal. I just really like that word. I don't know why.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. It sounds so perky for something that's,
Watch me whip, watch me shillelagh.
No.
That was good.
Zavids! No! Oh, crap, now it's in my head. You're a monster.
I
know. Paul.
All right, so I heard Pyron shout, "Don't attack my wolf."
Yeah.
Do I know what wolf that is?
He did say the big one was his.
Don't attack the big one.
Yeah. And
Okay,
you saw
so
the small one go down. You know.
Okay, so I know that hit. Okay, all right. Because I didn't want to be like, yeah, Paul knows. I make sure that. So, okay, so with Paul knowing that, I'm going to use my full movement to get in front of the to lift attack to hit. And so I see two other wolves, right?
Yeah, there are the two wolves right by where the horse went down.
How long is the cart, like in terms of just like, because I've got a speed of 35, would I be able to move in front of the cart?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Keith, it's like, it wouldn't be more than 10, 15 feet, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
In my brain, it was not that long.
Yeah, it's probably no more than about 10 feet long by 5 feet wide.
I just want to make sure that I'm not like, running like 50 freaking feet in my head.
Oh, no.
So. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to go up to the other ones in my rage and attack. So,
swing bada.
First one, that's a non-natural 20.
That's definitely going to hit.
Okay, and that will be that'll be 10 points of damage with the first swing.
Good deal.
And then my next attack, reckless, which will be that'll still be a non-natural 20.
That's still going to hit. Dang it, Steven. That song is in my head now, you jerk. That's not a whip or a nay-nay. That's just a dab.
Golly, I am rolling like crap. That's an 8 points of damage on the second attack.
All right. Okay, good deal. You hit one and it yelps and begins to try and move
and
backwards.
I'm gonna try to interject myself, like in between them and the horse to kind of keep the horse from being attacked.
Gotcha. Good deal, good deal. You do so. That is fine.
Okay.
All right. Is that you?
That's all I got.
All right.
I swing away.
Well done. Eden.
So Aiden will sort of sigh and step off the cart. And there's now a meat cran, a human male,
Yeah,
right?
human meat crayon. Oh, that just bothers me.
So he'll walk over and it was a he, correct?
Yes, that one is a he.
Okay, he'll flip him over. Is he still breathing?
No.
He'll sort of say, nobody's close enough to hear, but he'll say a little prayer underneath his breath and close his eyes, close his remaining eye, I suppose, and he'll turn around. Is there anybody still actively fighting?
The Paul just swing batted on the wolves up front. They have not had a chance to respond to that yet, but yeah, they are
Okay.
still
So
fighting.
he'll just go ahead and he'll draw his sword and start walking that way.
Gotcha. And there's an unconscious. The girl is unconscious, but she is still breathing. You can tell that there's movement there. All right, and so that's you.
Mhm.
Are you okay? So Teffin.
So I'm gonna jump down from the front of the wagon, and I'm gonna reach out to Quimby, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
It's a solid plan. Save the horse.
For
I'm the cowboy.
Yeah.
for 15 of his 19 hit points. So,
Hey, that's a good
Quimby
one.
feels much
Ooh,
better.
very good.
and then I'm gonna help him back up to his feet. Because I imagine when he went down, he just sort of flopped over on the side in the reins.
I'm sure.
And-
I'm sure.
And when they do that, they need help back up. So I'm gonna help my horse back up, and I'm ignoring the fight at this point.
I figured that was pretty much what was going on, but in my brain, you straight up were just like, "Come on, buddy," and like gave him a hand up.
I
Okay.
mean, essentially, but yeah.
So yeah, you're helping the horse up. Good deal. The baddies now. Let's see. Evens or odds, Keith?
Evens.
All right.
Kill the horse again.
No, that ends up working out in your favor. The two remaining wolves are snarling and have taken a turn for the defensive, and kind of try to go wide. You see one is particularly concerned about the girl, and tries to go wide around you guys so that
Is he moving out of my melee range?
yes. So while it is trying to avoid you attacking it, it does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yeah,
Would
it's
I,
a 25 to hit.
That is definitely gonna.
would I have gotten close
Max
enough
damage.
that as they move
18
away,
points of damage.
18? Okay. Say that again?
would I have gotten close enough that as they're moving away, they're moving out of my melee range as well?
Probably not. You were with the horse. They'd have backed off once it went down.
Okay.
How
I
far?
was also in
What?
between the horse and the wolves. Too.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
if they'd had a chance to back off away from the horse. So
Yeah.
okay, no
he's-
worries.
They are away from the horse because Paul put himself in between them.
Okay.
So yeah, unless you don't have any extended reach, right?
No.
Yeah. So that was just a Paul one. They are both still up. and going to, like, they go over towards the girl and they begin to try to kind of nudge her pretty well off the road. They're trying at this point to disengage and get the hell out of there, pretty much. So they are going to burn all of their everything trying to do that. They don't get very far because they're in wolf form and don't have hands.
Opposable thumbs.
Hands.
This lack of opposable thumbs.
So that brings us back to Pyron.
Okay.
What? Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So we still got 2 wolves left, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And Nate's gonna kill him.
Yep. I mean, to be
Yeah,
fair,
what
they
gotta
did
do?
start it.
Yeah.
They didn't intend for it to go this way, but they did start it.
Yep.
Okay. So just to clarify, has one of them been the focus of attacks, or have they both been attacked?
There is one that has not taken any damage yet.
Okay. So, first up, I will instruct my wolf to go after that one. And then I will also attack that one. Do this one, all right. I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on that one.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's a good one.
As if on cue. Puppy.
27 to hit.
That's definitely a hit.
Almost a nat 20.
Almost.
Yep. Okay, so with the Witch Bolt, since I hit it once, everything after it, I don't have to roll it to automatically hit.
Okay.
So that's going to be 1d12 lightning. 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And then my wolf is going to attack it.
Okay. Go for it.
Ooh, that's a good one, too. That's a 21.
That is also going to hit. The AC is not very high on this guy.
Yeah.
On any of them.
2d6. That'd be 8 points of piercing.
Okay. Good deal. It yelps and does not acknowledge you. It continues to focus on trying to nudge the girl out of the way in spite of the fact that it is being attacked. Thea.
I am going to hold an Eldritch Blast. If one of the wolves, either the 2 that we see, start to come back at us, like they're going to attack us, or if any more show up. But I'm just very intrigued by this woman appearing that was a wolf, and that they're trying to save her. So I don't think that they're trying necessarily to attack us.
Yeah, and this is straight up a little girl. It's a
little girl.
This is not a grown woman. Like, that's why she went unconscious so much faster. She was a smaller one.
So how far away are they?
They are, I would say, probably like 30-ish feet up and to the side a little from where the horse went down. I'm trying to drag her. Like, one of them is kind of like trying to gently get jaws around the shoulder and drag, and the other one is like nudging with the nose.
Okay. Well, then never mind. Thea's going to do something probably really stupid. And I'm going to try to very slowly approach them with my hands out and say, I can help.
And now you're missing a hand.
I might be missing a hand in a minute, but...
Roll me an animal handling.
Three.
They do not. They still don't behave aggressively and come towards you, but as you get closer to them, they put themselves in between you and the girl and growl and make all kinds of thunder as you get closer. Like, they definitely intend on attacking if you get closer.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of stand there with my hands out and just say, I can help her. And that's what I got. I'm losing a hand in a minute. I just know it, but
Paul.
And it is indeed your turn, Paul.
I am gonna run full blast at them.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna using my ability speak with animals. I'm gonna shout at them and say, "Lay down!" and try to intimidate them to drop the fight and just to give up. That's what I'm
Roll me an intimidation. I love it.
All right. That's a 19.
They are properly intimidated. They instantaneously begin to yelp and lay down and cower and kind of, they still try and kind of put themselves over the girl, but they do lay down and submit at that point.
And when they lay down, I'm gonna keep my axe in my hand, but I'm gonna slam the handle of it into the ground to be like, I'm ready to kill you if I got to, but I'm not actively menacing, attack. So, and that's gonna be my action.
Good deal. So now you have 2 wolves over an unconscious girl, a meat crayon. Eden, what are you doing?
So Eden was getting close. Seeing this, he's just going to go ahead and sheath his sword, and he's going to look at them both. He's going to pop open his little shoulder thing and pull 2 cords and say, "Don't fucking fight me." And he's going to cast Hold Person on one of them.
All right.
So they will need to, probably the healthier looking of the 2. They will need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I don't even have to look at the bonus. It fails. That was a 2.
And he's going to go and full body just shove the other one. "We're going to help Thea get over here."
Alrighty then.
I will on my turn.
At this point, with the wolves properly intimidated and 1 held, I'm gonna say we're gonna drop out of initiative unless we have reason to go back into it.
Oh, I want to use my witch bolt again.
Nate's like, I wanted to kill the things.
It's gonna hit right now.
All right. So yes, you push the one out of the way, and the other is very, very happy to just not be attacking you at the moment.
Speaking with that, while I'm still able to speak with animals, I ask one of them, "Give me one good reason why we don't kill you both right now."
So, in this particular moment, they aren't overly concerned in making excuses for themselves to you. Their response, or the one's response, is just to look at the girl and say, "Daughter, daughter, daughter." And that is all that you're getting. And you don't feel like that is a response to your question. You think of that as you get the impression that is more like
instinctual sort of.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come up and just kind of kneel down by the girl and just sort of start checking her over real quick.
At this point, I have forgotten what it was that took her down, but
it was me.
Scorch marks. So yeah, you have there are significant scorch marks.
I'm looking for any particular reason why she would have been running away. from the wolves? Like, are there obvious like healed bite marks, places where maybe there were injuries that have healed up naturally, or anything like that? I'm looking for some reason why she would have been running away.
Okay, so help me out. I might have misspoken at some point. Did I say that she was running away at some point?
Because she was a wolf, right?
Yeah, she
Well,
was
Well, I
one
mean,
of the
she
wolves.
so she was
I
a
saw
little
her as a
girl. She
girl.
came out of the woods and turned into a wolf. Then
Yes.
Correct.
So she
But we didn't
dropped.
see the transformation.
yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
see the transformation, but
Well, after you hit her and she went down, we saw the transformation.
well, yeah, we saw the transformation back. But I mean, she came out of the woods, and then the rest of the wolves showed up. So in Teffin's brain, she was running away from the wolves.
Gotcha.
So Teffin is looking for some reason why she would have been running away from the other wolves.
You do see old healed bite marks.
Okay.
I mean, I would probably say, I think this thing's their daughter. I think this is their kid.
Well, once I've kind of found that, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
All right.
I guess
That
at this point I'll call off my wolf.
And it's going to be for 14 points.
Okay. So with that, she's going to start to come to. As she comes to,
And I'm
you
just going to
see-
kind of have I'm just going to have kind of a reassuring hand on her shoulder as she comes back.
You see her squint in the sunlight, and as she begins to come to, she tries. Initially, it seems like she's trying to run away from you. Roll me an insight check.
Oh,
Bardic inspiration.
What?
With the bardic inspiration.
With a bardic inspiration.
Okay. What is that for you?
D8.
D8. Okay, so insight.
Oh, wait. First level now. Maybe it's a. Well, go ahead and roll it.
Is it a D8?
I think so. I'm just checking it. It shouldn't be higher than that, though. Yeah, it's a D8.
15.
15. Yeah, that's probably enough to figure at least some of it out. So initially it seems like she is trying to escape you.
Okay.
After seeing what is happening though, you see that she is looking into the canopy of trees and is trying to get back there as she is beginning to transform again.
Is she trying to transform back into a wolf?
You're not sure if she's trying to or not, but she is.
Okay.
Knock her out again.
We're friends. We're friends.
Still speaking with animals, I ask, why did you attack us?
I'll go ahead and drop hold person on the other one.
At that point, the one that you just dropped hold person on darts into the tree line, and in the darkest parts of the shadows, you see a person stand up. And Paul, the answer you get from the one that's still close to you there is survive. Survive. And the girl is trying to get into the shade again as well. The other wolf is like slowly backing up and like grabbing the girl's hand, like nipping at it and pulling as though it's trying to get her back into the forest.
All right. I pick up my axe and I sheath it or put it on my back. And I tell the others that you want to kill them? They were trying to attack us. Your call.
I mean, I'm still down there next to her, but I'm going to take my hands away and just kind of put them out to my side, hands back, like everybody just kind of stand back. But I'm not going to say that. It's just sort of motioning everyone back. And then I'm going to start sort of scooting back myself to give some room between me and the girl.
Once it is more clear that you are not being aggressive towards them, they both back into the shadows. And you see in the darkest parts of the shadows where the wolves had backed off into the underbrush, another fully grown adult stands, and the little girl stands too, kind of just silhouettes.
I walk towards them and I'm like,
Paul,
what the hell's going on?
Paul, leave it be. It's fine. Just let it go.
I'm just saying, there were some wolves. I'm hungry. There's good meat on the wolves.
They're not wolves. They're something else. And at this point, I'm going to kind of look back towards the back of the cart because I didn't know what was going on back there. And I see back there, what, a corpse?
Mazel tov, you see a meat crayon, yes.
Bad enough we did that. So I'm going to kind of walk to the back. Is there any hope at all of doing anything for this person?
Oh, how long has it been at this point?
Probably not at this point.
I don't know, maybe
Probably not. I also, however, forgot to roll any death saves for him.
I can spare the dying. It doesn't say a time on it, though.
Well, the time frame is before they die.
I guess, yeah, dying is the key word there.
Yeah, his death saves weren't great, so he did.
Okay.
So what are we doing? Are we killing these things or what? I'm not sure.
We're not killing
We're not.
anything,
No.
Paul. We're going to let him go.
Bullshit.
So I'm gonna
They're
reach down.
slowly like backing farther and farther into the woods at this
So
point.
I am gonna sort of reach down under his arms and grab him and drag him out of the road up close to the woods. I'm not going in the woods, but I'm gonna lay him out sort of as neatly and as reverently as I can.
You're talking about the body, not me.
Yeah, the body.
Okay.
And then
Sure. At first, I thought he was talking about pulling me away from like me screaming at the wolves or something.
And once I've done that, I'm gonna go grab Paul and sort of by the scruff of the neck, sort of lift him a little bit up off the ground.
Sure.
And
the whole
toss
time
him in
he's
the back.
doing that, I'm screaming at the woods. I'm like, don't do that kind of stupid crap.
Toss him in the back of the
Coming out of
cart.
nowhere.
Toss him in the back of the
Between
cart.
10 people on the road.
And then I'm just going to go get back in the driver's seat.
All right.
It's okay, Quimby. It's okay. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to go around to the front and sort of just stroke on Quimby's neck. It's okay. We'll take care of it when we get to town.
Sweet boy. All right. Anybody else doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna pet my wolf just as he fades away.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, you were a good boy.
I don't want to go.
So you do see there is movement in the bushes, and the legs of the man that you've just sort of laid out there, they just kind of slide into the woods. It almost looks, from that angle, it kind of looks like the woods just eats him. But he disappears into the woods, and you can see like a larger disturbance in the leaves and all of that moving back into the woods deeper and deeper.
And once everyone's back aboard, I will just sort of flick the reins and off we go.
Alrighty.
I didn't get to kill anything. That time.
But you hit something finally with
I
your
did hit
axe. Well, actually, did you? Yes, you did. It's like the first two missed, actually. But you did eventually hit something with your axe. Real well,
Since
actually.
Paul has been tossed into the back of the cart, I'm going to see if it would be okay to ride up front. And I'm going to cast Find Familiar and poof an owl into existence. That's just going to try to get ahead of us and keep an aerial view of
Nice.
anybody else that might be trying to surround the cart.
Roll me a perception for your familiar.
I just have a list of the animals I can poof into existence. Let me see what his. He gets advantage, I know that, but I don't know what the bonus is.
I think for an owl, it's reasonably high.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Perception is a +3.
And advantage, I guess.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
Roll 20.
You see the rustling where you can safely assume that this family of things is moving and moving farther away from the road. You do see other movement in the forest. None of it looks like it is heading towards you guys. So at this particular point in time, it seems as though you are reasonably safe in your passage.
We just killed that. We killed their son.
Yeah, I think we did.
That's what we just
I think
did.
we did.
They attacked us first.
That spell lasts for, it's either an hour or 2 hours, and so I would just send the owl up every so often to just do a patrol.
Cool.
It's 1 hour.
Yeah. The rest of the trip goes on pretty uneventfully. You see movement here and there. Most of it is much smaller than what you saw before, so it's like, oh, it's like animal movement, things like that. Nothing that seems hugely dangerous to you guys. So yeah, pretty uneventful for the rest of the time, which, given the day, it feels like you had enough excitement anyway, so it's fine. It's fine.
So Reagan, that 1 hour is the actual casting time. Once he's summoned, you've got him until you poof him out, or he gets poofed out by taking blunt force trauma.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So you just have him.
Oh, I just have an owl now.
Yep.
I will think of a name for him. Hold on.
I like it. So,
Archimedes.
He's a grumpy owl.
Yeah, I dig it. Archimedes.
Archimedes. I do like that, actually. I'm going to write that down so I remember it later. Oh, gosh. I almost fell off the ball.
Poppycock.
The owl. That's way classier than Hemorrhoid the rat. So.
Who had Hemorrhoid the rat?
That was my familiar when I was a goblin necromancer.
To be fair, a goblin, yeah, it makes perfect sense for a goblin to have a rat named Hemorrhoid.
For a goblin, I can see it.
He heard it and thought that it was a beautiful name. He had no actual perception of what it was.
Hemorrhoid. Sounds beautiful.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep. That poor rat. We put it through the ringer.
Yes, you did. Yes. Well, yes, we did. So you guys end up, you don't make it to the Emerald City. You didn't expect to. It was about a day and a half travel. You did get slowed up by the things that happened along the way. So you're going to have closer to like 2/3 a day travel tomorrow, instead of the shorter distance that you thought that you would be going. So I guess the distance is the same, but time. So you get to There are some little small communities along the way that don't really have positions on the map because they're real small. You have the option if you want to camp out, you can camp out. If you would prefer to stay in one of these communities, you can inquire within, whatever you would like.
I will
Any of them
do.
look like they have hotels?
Say that again, sorry.
Do any of them look like they have inns or places that they rent out?
These are small enough that it doesn't look like they have hotels. Teffin, you would know at least, and some of the rest of you too, maybe, would know that. Again, I think I talked about this last time. It kind of works similarly to how it used to, as far as like hospitality goes. If you were a wandering traveler, you could pay a small amount of coin, or just trade something like that, and end up at least having a roof over your head if you wanted to go that route. So there are opportunities that might present themselves for that, but there's not an actual inn probably until you hit Emerald City, you figure.
I mean,
I will
I'm
let you.
I'm good with whatever you guys want to do. I'll probably stay with the cart regardless.
He'll be in his bucket.
We can camp out.
Needs his bucket.
Camping.
Go with camping.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we're
Well,
camping.
I will find a likely looking spot then and pull off and get the cart set up for being the cornerstone of a campsite.
Good deal. Good deal.
I'll set
I'm
up
not gonna make
Rhiannon's
you.
tiny hut.
Yeah, good plan. Good plan. So you got the tiny hut thing going on. Anything anybody wants to do watch-wise? Anything like that?
I mean, I'll sit up on the first watch just while everybody's kind of getting rested, just to make sure nothing's dangerous is happening.
One of you can roll with advantage, or you can both roll.
Okay.
However you prefer.
I don't have any pluses to my perception, but I do have the to not have disadvantage on like.
Say that again.
Let's just roll separate. That's fine.
So I rolled 15.
Not bad.
11.
Oh, that's worse. So with your 15, like you hear some animals and whatnot. It's all pretty small movement. Nothing that really piques your interest as far as feeling a need to step out and check to defend yourself or anything.
Do I see any small animals like in the near vicinity? Like what kind of something like within hearing distance of me?
Yeah. You can look out and you probably see as the evening is kind of beginning to set, as the sun is beginning to set, you start to hear one of the rustling noises that you hear. You look over and you see something that in our world would look kind of akin to like a combination of a raccoon and an armadillo. So kind of a little bit armored once you get along the spine and the backside, but it has the similar like hands and facial features and whatnot of a raccoon.
Okay. When I see it, using my speak with animal ability, I say, "Hey, you! You hungry?"
Ooh, food?
Yeah.
I think I know where this is going.
He's absolutely gonna come right over to you.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I literally pull out some
He's
of my
gonna run
rations.
face first into the dome.
No, I'm sitting outside of the dome.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting outside of the dome doing like my perceptions and stuff. So
Gotcha,
yeah, I'm
my
gonna
bad.
sit there and have a full-on conversation with this creature, like while we're eating rations.
Awesome. Are you asking him anything particular?
That's way better than what I thought you were about to do.
Me too. I was
Yeah.
pretty sure. I was like, oh, he's going to be dinner.
So
Right, I guess
now
it could
just
still-
whatever, just be like, ask him about, the woods. Is there anything dangerous in the area?
Lots of
What's the deal?
dangerous
What's the deal with those weird wolf things back there? Have you met those guys? They're punks.
They represent the Lycanthrope Guild.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like them.
They cursed blood. Cursed blood.
I mean, it's not the smartest creature in the world. Like, he knows a few things here and there. And,
We're probably on par.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. So I share my ration pack with this one of my rations with this armadillo raccoon creature, and just talk about stuff in the area.
Yeah, he'll tell you that there is a cursed bloodline here, that like they can be turned by biting or can be born into it. But
there's one less of them now.
He doesn't seem to know how to respond to that. It's kind of one of those things where it's like there's a little bit of reassurance when it happens, but also you can almost see that he feels guilty about that too.
I don't have the insight to know.
Oh, never mind. So you wouldn't, yeah, you probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere, just started attacking us.
They collect things to survive.
What, like food?
Food, goods from travelers.
Oh, so are they bad? Are they attacking a lot of people?
Yes, like bandits, but try not to hurt.
Well, they did a really bad job this time. They should practice more.
Like, they didn't actually try to attack you guys. They were trying to catch up to the cart, but yep, pretty much. He kind of goes into it a little bit and tells you that they weren't as big a thing. They had a section of town devoted to them, and then they were run off from it in one of the nearby establishments.
See.
So they apparently pretty much have taken to robbing travelers that look like they have supplies and goods, things like that. Let's see, other things. They tell you about some of the other animals in the area, some things that hunt at night, some things that to look out for. Nothing strikes you as any more dangerous than what you've already dealt with today.
Sure.
And you get the impression that they generally try to stay away from the larger communities. Too loud, too noisy, too many kids with sharp pointy sticks or adults with sharp pointy sticks that
Yeah,
make
I don't blame
a
you.
of them.
I don't like
Yeah.
kids either.
So you get that kind of stuff. Anything else that you would be trying to glean off of him, or just having a friendly conversation?
Yeah.
He would probably ask you about yourself some in his limited understanding.
Sure, I would tell him. I'd be honest with, well, at least from my limited understanding of. I would be honest.
Good deal. He would probably ask where you're from.
I'm from here.
Munchkinland?
Sure. No, here. I'm here.
Looked like a munchkin.
Sure. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that might be me.
It makes sense. You talk
look
to
like a
animals
trash
a lot. Trash panda. I've not
armor.
heard of this before.
It's pretty cool. I like it. It's a
Trash
pretty
panda
cool one.
with armor.
He seems quite proud about this. But yeah, he'll ask a little bit about like why you're coming through. If there's
Oh, we're
something.
going to the city. We're trying to fight this wizard. He took a prince.
Important travelers.
Sure. I don't know. I'm getting paid for this, so.
Ooh,
What?
what does that mean?
Oh, it's things that you can buy, like.
What was that? Sorry.
I said it's things that let you get more food.
Ooh, I need to get paid for things.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet deal.
So yeah, he's gonna. Sorry, I just got that, Keith. What just happened?
And here's how the economy amongst the
Oh.
trash pandas begins.
Yes, indeed. Uh, so yeah, he'll have a discussion with you about basic commerce
Sure.
and try to wrap his.
Like, yeah, no, see, you give them this, and I show them, like, gold. And then they give you food, or, they give you, like, beer or ale or whatever it is you want.
He seems just elated at this concept.
I'll be honest with you, I don't understand why. I don't see what the value of this is. You can't eat it, but for some reason, that's what people give you stuff for it.
People like you are weird. Well, I mean, not you, but people.
Yeah, they're
people,
weird.
People.
I don't get them either.
I don't understand. He's just like sitting there. I forget, is your dome transparent?
Yeah.
So there's just
You just hear me going.
Yep. There's an
Squeak,
Armadoon
squeak,
just sitting
squeaking
there like
squeaker.
shooting the breeze with him. They look like old buds just sitting there.
Chewing on rations.
Yep. Just occasionally reaches over with his little trash pan to hand. You see him having a full-on conversation.
At some point, Eden starts drinking.
Like you do.
Just watching them.
I don't think I've explained to anybody that I actually can legitimately speak with animals.
But it's
No, and
really
Eden
great to see.
Eden actually stayed up to talk to Paul, but Paul got busy, and so he just drinks.
Before watch is over, is there anything that you would like to discuss with Paul or anything like
Unless
that?
he comes back inside the dome before the end of the watch, no.
I mean, eventually when we're done eating and stuff and the conversation ends, I guess I'm going to come back in the dome and wake someone else up to do their watch, so.
Right, but the watch is finishing or whatever, so he's just like, whatever, it's not worth it. Going to bed.
Fair enough. Who's second?
I'll take second. Okay.
Take second? Okay, good deal. Roll them. You can either take advantage or you can roll separate, whatever.
I got a +4.
Is this,
And Thea has her owl as well.
yeah, I was about to say, is this perception or?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
would be perception.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use my owl. Advantage. Oh, well, then we already get advantage, right?
Oh yeah, I guess you already get advantage, so.
Yeah.
We could do it separately.
Yeah, well, you would get
Separate, right?
advantage
Like three
regardless.
separate
I mean,
people?
they could still roll as well.
So
Yeah.
so have the owl roll. He has advantage naturally, and then Thea can assist. Nate.
Okay.
Then you both get advantage.
And then both
Pyron.
rolls have advantage. Pyron. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's right.
That's how you game that game.
There you go. Well, Al didn't do so hot. That's a 12.
I got 16.
Okay. Pretty much same as Paul. There are small animals about and all of that good stuff. I don't know if any of you want to talk to them, but it might go much differently for you.
I don't have that ability.
You just start chittering at something and it looks at you like you're insane. But yeah, small animals about, things like that. Nothing too serious. Just kind of seems like a reasonably quiet night.
Pretty stars, huh?
Yeah. Anything you want to talk about, go for it.
That awkward silence trying to break it with weird conversation.
Like, so, how about that local sports team? No. Just kidding.
There is a never wonder sport.
Oh my gosh! Don't even get me started on them. They suck the big one this season.
I guess I would have done this before we went to bed, but like before everybody went to bed, but just would have gone around and gathered like some berries and some water, like whatever I could find. And I have Purify food and drink. So
Nice.
there's just like some snacks for everybody.
Lady fingers.
Wait, did you do that before I took my watch or after?
Yeah, I would have done it like when we were setting up the hut and getting ready for camp and everything.
Me and that raccoon tore into those supplies.
Okay. So I will not venture far from the hut, but I will try to grab a couple more berries or something if there's something close by.
Good deal. Yeah, and there would be. You guys are off the beaten path a little bit. Well, I mean, not by much, but in the edge of the forest, there are definitely some berries that are edible and things to that effect. And so yeah, you're able to do that, no problem. Anything for you guys on watch?
Can't think of anything.
Like the lycanthropes are
Awkward
scared of you
silence?
now, so yeah, you sit there and just are awkward. That's fine too. So Teffin, is it just you for third? I guess so.
I guess so.
I
So
think I
Anybody
can
go to
stay
wake
up
him
with
up?
you. I only need 4 hours, so I can
Oh
stay
yeah,
up
that's
with
right.
you.
That's right.
Mm.
I forget. So yeah, tradesies outsies with Pyron.
okay, well, I will be tending to the rest of Quimby's wounds and making sure that they're not festering or anything like that, and then do the watch thing.
Cool. You guys roll it.
So I have a +5.
You're better than me, so you roll, and then I'll roll for the owl.
Okay.
So the horse got bitten. Can it turn into a wolf now?
Ooh.
So
good.
that's a 15.
I'm gonna have to think about that. It doesn't tonight, at least.
Not tonight, but the horse starts to run a fever. That is a natural 20 for the owl.
Oh wow. Okay. So, and yours was a 15, Teffin?
Yeah, 15.
Okay. So the owl sees a little bit of large movement coming close to the dome. But then recedes back into the forest. So you don't actually, did you roll one personally, Thea? I forget.
No,
just
she
rolled
gave
for
me
the
advantage.
owl.
Just for the owl.
Yeah.
Okay, advantage. So from the owl's perspective, how close in are you? Are you kind of high above looking down? Are you...
Yeah, I mean, I would have sent it, probably above the trees.
Okay. But he would probably dive in when he saw something though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a humanoid shape that is creeping in closer. It leaves something on the ground and then scurries away.
Okay. I'm gonna land it not really close, but maybe like 3 or 4 feet away from whatever it dropped.
It looks like, in the darkness, you can't really tell. It looks like a stone.
Okay. And how far
It's a
away is?
grenade.
What was that?
I said it's a grenade.
It's not grenade. About how far away is that from where our campsite is?
He did not get very close. It was it's like a good 30 feet, so close enough that there was like shuffling and whatnot. And Teffin, you'd have heard some of the rustling, but then it disappeared.
Okay.
So
So I'll look at Teffin and I'll say there's something out there and it left something and my owl found it. Should we go see what that is or should we wake up the others?
Yeah, let's go see what that was.
Okay.
And from beneath my jacket, you'll kind of hear this sort of high-pitched whine start up, and maybe start to see a little bit of a glow peeking out when the jacket sort of shifts around.
Okay. Charging your little crystal
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
get your Iron Man thing going
I mean,
on.
I kind of heard the direction, but I don't know how far out. So
Okay.
go ahead, I suppose, and lead the way, and I'll pat Quimby. We'll be right back.
And he dies while you're gone.
I mean, I guess I can have my owl kind of pop up and down so we can find him.
Okay. So we'll head that direction.
Great image.
So
The hopping owl.
yeah, because you knew where it was, you're able to find it, no problem.
Okay.
Your little thing puts off light, right? You guys have light, or
A
do you have
little bit.
dark
I mean,
vision?
it's not a lot, but I do have dark vision.
Okay.
I
Well,
did
dark
too.
vision probably wouldn't give you a very clear indicator of this thing, but there is a rock that you see and a note underneath it that has been left. And I don't know if you guys would bother reading the note right then or not. If you would get it back to the
Probably
tent first.
not. I'd probably take it with us and head back to camp.
Okay. So uneventful, really, at this point. It's a rock. It looks like a rock with your dark vision. There's not enough illumination to see anything different. Are there more lights? Have you guys put lanterns up around the campsite or anything? Have a fire going?
I mean, I imagine we probably have a
Probably a
fire
fire.
going.
I can. Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I have dancing light, and I think I can just like hold one of them, so it's not super super bright.
Yeah, either way. If you go to any kind of point to investigate this with any sort of light source that's close by, you don't think that the rock is gold. It looks like it might. It kind of feels smooth, like maybe it has some kind of value as like a semi-precious stone or something like that.
Okay.
But it looks as though it has been painted gold. And the note attached to it, reading that, says, Mom has told me that gold things are valuable. Thank you. That's all it says.
Oh.
I still think we should have killed her.
What's that?
I still think we should have killed her.
I mean, you
That's
might be right.
peculiar.
Maybe she'll kill you later. You don't know.
I mean, this is an odd note, right? I'm not making that up. This is strange.
It's sweet though.
It is sweet, but it's strange. Two things can be true. I am not a Tweedle.
Sure. Okay. It's strange. But
I can look like a Tweedle, but I am not a Tweedle.
The Tweedle version.
Mm.
See that one.
I think she was just trying to repay us for helping her.
Do we know this is the same girl, though? Because that was a while back. I mean, that was a long while back. So.
Well, you said my owl saw something big moving.
Mhm.
And it was when the little girl was a wolf, she was still a small wolf.
Yeah.
Or was she a big wolf?
When things moved together, though, they came off as big from above.
Okay.
Like the print that it would make as it's moving along, rustling things would be bigger.
Okay.
No, that's your knowledge. Whether or not Thea would think of that is a different thing.
I mean, this, and we didn't talk to them about valuable stuff. So I
Talk to him about crap.
so I don't know. And I don't know why we would have been thanked by her because I don't know. It's very strange.
All
Very
these
strange.
perceptions are valid.
It's a little strange, considering that we did kill one of them. But you did cast Healing Word on her, and I was right behind you with something that was going to stabilize her.
Thinking back, I'm not sure that we did.
I think you cast Healing Word on her.
Well, yes, it wasn't healing word, but I healed her a little bit. But I don't think we did kill any of them. If I remember right, you have to hit lycanthropes with silver.
Oh.
I'm not sure that we saw what we think we saw.
Okay, what do you think we saw?
I don't know. And at this point, it's in the past, so I don't care.
It'd be like a community of druids.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
There is so much around here that is so bizarre. And I just kind of roll with it.
That's a good plan.
It's definitely a bizarre place, but there's beauty to it.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And
I just
maybe there's a little bit of kindness too.
Oh, for sure. I just don't look for logic because I've not found any yet.
There's not to be found here. Well,
It is not to be found here.
do you think we could convince Paul that this is real? What if we just left it like next to his bed and he just like woke up and it's there?
You know what? I like this plan. I'm
Gonna try and spend it somewhere. And get
Wanna see what he
arrested.
does?
Sure.
We might have to bail him out of jail, but
It'll be entertaining if nothing else. Oh.
Another side quest. Bust Paul out of jail.
Well, I'm gonna go keep tending to Quimby. He's got some pretty deep gashes I need to deal with.
very good. Okay. I'm gonna sneak this as far under Paul's pillow as I can, like a tooth fairy, like left it.
Are you leaving the note too? Or
No.
just the gold chunk?
Just the gold chunk.
The tooth fairy has left you some real cool something. Awesome.
I guess, should we do an insight check or like an investigation? Like it's a painted rock. Like we're pretty certain it's a painted rock.
Yeah, go ahead and just leave
if
it
you
next to me because you don't know what it is, and maybe it ends up being some sort of magical item that you just gave to me.
I know. I forget how D&D works sometimes.
If you would like to investigate it, you certainly can.
I will investigate this rock. 10.
The rockiest rock of all rocks.
Yeah.
It is definitely painted gold.
Okay.
It is definitely a rock. You are not sure what kind of rock it is underneath the gold paint, but it does feel like it has been kind of rolled. It's smooth. That's about all you got.
Okay. I sneak it under Paul's pillow.
I mean, your hand hasn't fallen off or anything yet, so that's a good sign.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so there's a rock under Paul's pillow now.
Do I need to roll like a perception check?
Yep, I was about to say, like, roll me a sleight of hand and against perception.
Roll me a princess in the P check.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't have to roll very high.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Is it double digits? Because if it's double digits, it beats me.
18.
Yeah,
Oh, yep.
you got an 8.
Nice. So, yeah, the
Literally.
Tooth Fairy has visited you in the night, Paul.
Awesome.
Apparently, this Tooth Fairy forgot how it worked, unless you happened to bite into something and lose a tooth recently. But yeah. So you have successfully snuck the rock under Paul's pillow.
Okay.
Good job. Now the rest of the night goes pretty uneventfully. Anybody got anything else that they want to say that they're doing before the morning come? Daylight come.
Nope, just tending to Quimby, making sure that he's back up to full hit points by the morning.
Hit points and hith points, yes.
Hit points. Horse points.
So yeah, day breaks and you are
Crash.
waked to the sight of sun peering through the canopies of trees and all of that stuff. I can't word good anymore. Words are hard. Math is hard. All the things are hard.
Eden just sort of like covers his eyes and goes and opens the back of the cart and just climbs in and like tucks himself in and goes back to sleep.
It's low-key a vampire.
Yeah.
I woke up and see this really weird rock underneath my head.
Yes, you have a rock that looks like gold.
I'm going to pick it up and kind of investigate it and look at it.
Go for it. Roll me an investigation.
I didn't do it. Material.
Investigation, that is a 16.
Oh, okay. So this is not gold. This is a rock that has been painted gold. It is a tumbled stone. It has a little bit of a chip in the paint in one spot, and it actually looks really pretty. There's a lot of swirl to it. It's a deep blue with kind of a little bit of a metallic silver veining that runs through it. It's a very, very pretty rock.
I put it in my mouth and start swishing it around trying to get the paint off.
That's safe.
You ate paint chips as a kid, didn't you?
We now know so much more about Paul.
Yep. Roll me a save.
Roll a con save, you said? Okay, that's a 19.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, it's fine. You managed to get a little bit more of the paint off. It's not totally clean, but you managed to get more of the paint off, and this is a pretty gorgeous stone. It's very clearly been intentionally taken and smoothed to the best that somebody could smooth it. And holding it up to the light, it's actually kind of transparent through, except where the silver veining is. It's really fascinating. Really
Cool. I'm going to
pretty
write
stone.
down a cool rock.
Yeah.
You and my daughter both.
At some point, well, no, I'm not going to say that. That will be a decision you guys will have to come up with.
Got this
Watch
really
that
cool looking
rock
polished
is some
stone.
like rare gemstone that's worth like 1 million gold pieces or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try to play tricks on Paul.
you give him real cool stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Let's
even
play a
know how
trick on
cool it
Paul.
is yet.
Let's give him this thing we don't really know what it is and just see
I
how.
investigated it.
Yes.
Poorly, but I did.
Yes, you
In the
did.
dark.
Yes, you did. All right.
I can't wait to see how this is going to come back and bite the whole party in the ass.
Me too.
That never happens.
Never. So yeah, you have a real cool rock now. Camp has been broken down, I assume, at this point, and you have a sleeping Eden in the back of the truck. So,
Okay.
on the road again.
On the road again. Heading out.
All right.
Good deal.
You
Somebody
guys know how
wanna?
far we are from the Emerald City?
I mean, it's less than a day at this point.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yep. I love Tommy Boy.
Now you have a grill. Your teeth are coated with gold.
Okay.
So yeah, headed on. Who would like to roll for the day?
Go on, Reagan. Why don't you do it?
I'll roll it.
At least for this part of the
3.
day. 3. Let me scroll down.
Did you roll percentile dice or a d20?
Oh, was I supposed to roll percentile dice?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, that was a
To
d20.
be fair, I don't think that I've actually said that out loud, so I might have been getting 20 rolls from people too.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah, I rolled a d20.
Fine, that's fine. I meant percentile, I just never actually said it out loud, I think.
That's what I want.
I understood.
35.
35.
25.
Oh, whoa, too far. Too far. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. All right. Okay.
Keith, is this the cicadas that are coming after us?
Apparently, yes.
While we're traveling, and I'm going to be sitting up front with.
Sorry.
I'm going to be sitting up front with Teffin and kind of telling him like what the raccoon, like the warnings that the raccoon gave us about. Here's a couple of things that we should watch out for.
Okay.
And then talk a little bit about, man, I just hope we don't get another one of weird wolf things from the Lake and Rope clans.
From the Lake and Rope clans.
From the Lake and Rope clans. Okay.
That makes me happy. Excuse me. So nothing particularly bad happens to you guys with this roll, but you do pass what looks like a little bitty abandoned township. And you do see where there are, and this is in a slightly marshy area, just kind of a little bit of a that has collected a decent chunk of water. Nothing nearly like Two Rivers Run though. But you do see raised graves. A lot of raised graves. Like something has happened in this town at some point.
Are there any people in the town, like alive? Or
it is abandoned. So it's pretty much it. If you care to investigate it, you can. But nothing.
I mean, I'd like to kind of investigate it while we're on the road.
Okay.
Cool. I rolled a natural 1.
I will slow to a Paul walking pace, but I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep right on.
Nobody's going to tell me, right? Just making sure.
What was that?
And nobody's mentioning anything about this, right?
Nope.
Slowing down. Okay.
Guess not. So yeah, the
22 perception.
What?
22 perception, just
22
general looking
perception?
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that there are very carefully constructed above ground crypts. There are more crypts than there are small little houses in the town.
Is that normal for this like culture to have like above ground crypts, or is that like
not super normal? But with this being marshier land, it would make sense that they would be above ground. They're you would probably know from having spent time down below as well. There are a few limited options for how people handle things that, like burials that involve either swampy earth or water. A lot of times there are like pyres and burning. A lot of times there is a ritual that pretty much sinks them down to the bottom of the water.
But they don't use coffins.
Yeah, they don't use coffins. That is not a thing that makes sense in their world. So they don't use coffins. They will construct above ground, sometimes above ground crypts, to more preserve the location of where the body is so it can be visited. But whether they do that or not kind of depends on the culture that you're dealing with. So, so yeah, not super normal, but also not unheard of. There are letters written, like kind of carved into the sides of the homes. And when I say letters, I don't mean like symbols, letters. I mean like letters to people carved in the wood of the homes. If you slow down enough to read some of them, you probably can. If not, that's fine
That's
too.
on. Yeah, that's on Teffin if he's slowing down to look or not.
I mean, I'm slow. Like I say, I'm slowing enough that Paul, with his shorter legs, can keep up.
Oh, I'm riding on the cart with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had climbed down.
No, I was just from the cart looking to see what I could see.
I mean, I don't feel really compelled to stop unless somebody else says something about stopping.
Yeah, so, yep, just going through a ghost town, pretty much.
Who was in the back with me, if anyone?
Yeah.
I don't like being inside. It's cramped.
So I guess just Thea.
You're riding on the backboard then. So Eden is also just sort of quietly talking as well, not to you, but he's got it almost looks like a pocket watch in his hand that he has popped open.
You get more stuff done when you talk to yourself?
He sort of shakes himself and looks at you. No.
Is that a special pocket watch?
No, it is a locket.
Okay. Were you talking to the locket?
No, I was. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
Everyone in this party is so forthcoming with
I
everything.
know.
All the things. All the things.
I was talking to Adeline,
Who's Adeline?
my sister.
Oh, okay. Is that her picture in the locket?
Yes.
Is she back home or?
She has passed beyond the final gate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah. It's hard when your loved ones aren't around anymore.
Yes.
Jeez, guys, we're playing D&D here. What are you trying to bring it down for?
Does Eden have that same smirk that Steven has when he says that?
Good.
Yeah.
Insight check. I'm not good at this.
The question you should be asking is, does she talk back?
Oh, that's fair. 16. I don't even really know what I'm inciting. Why does he have the smirk on his face?
Oh, I mean, he's hiding something pretty clearly, something that he
Okay.
sort of thinks is humorous. As far as like he doesn't seem malicious in his hiding of it, but
Okay.
It's a strange thing to be giggling about, though.
Mm-hmm. I take notes.
She's gonna have an entire section in her thing that's just like based on Eden's weirdness.
Eden's chapter.
Yeah, like each of you is you're just gonna have your own chapter of your own
Mhm.
special weirdnesses. I dig it. Anything else there?
I mean, if you go back to reading or taking notes or whatever, he'll again sit and sort of quietly talk.
I'm actively trying to eavesdrop.
Okay. I mean, he's just sort of talking about the last couple of days, what's gone on, and oh, if you're actively eavesdropping, he also he might mention that he's lying about writing in a journal.
You're lying about writing in a journal? Have we seen you
Yeah.
write in a journal?
Paul would have while they were. Well, no, Paul was passed out. No, you have not.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
I make literal notes about all of this.
Fabulous.
So is Pyron and Tefin up front with me?
I mean, Tevin is
Yeah.
almost always up front driving.
Sure. I'm just wondering.
And I'm always outside. Yes.
So you're sitting up front with Tefin?
Usually, I mean, if there's room. If not, then but I would still at least be somewhat outside. So.
Okay. Well, because I mean, it's not. I don't take up
whatever.
a lot of room, so
You what?
I said I don't take up a lot of room, so I don't.
Yeah.
There would not be room. So I would. You know what? Like now that I've kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable with the guys, I'm gonna talk to Tefin. I want to ask stuff. So what's with the clockwork stuff now? Like I thought you were a dwarf.
I'm whatever I need to be to fit in.
Wow, that's got to be a useful skill. How does that work? Is it magic? I forget.
No, it's not magic. It's just something I can do.
Do you do it all the time? Like every day?
Any day I feel like I need to fit in better.
Wait, so you pick what you look like?
Yeah, and I'm gonna sort of as I'm saying that, I'm gonna sort of melt, and his body turns like semi-shimmery liquid. Think, the T1000.
Okay.
And it's gonna reform into a gnome-sized sort of Tefin.
That's the damnedest trick I've ever seen. Wait. Do Pyron. Can you do Pyron?
And I'll shift into looking like Pyron.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
So there are now two Pyrons sitting on the front of the cart, and you're sitting right between them, looking back and forth. And then
Pyron with a pencil mustache.
Hair's a little bit harder. Give me a second. And it actually comes out a little bit lopsided.
That's not a bad look, Pyron. You should consider that.
One side curls up, the other side curls down.
Danny, how accurate is his impression of me?
Well, I guess since you're actually imitating a person, like a specific person, it might be worth a roll, huh? But I would say definitely add your proficiency, because You would be proficient with being able to shift. So, um, deception. I would take anything you could argue. Really, this one
No,
would be in your
deception
skill set.
works.
So
Deception
yeah,
works. I mean, 13. It's not perfect.
but it
But-
also wasn't studied. So
Yeah, it wasn't studied
good.
either. It's off, sort of off the cuff.
Okay. I'm gonna look over. Jill's like, not bad. I'm still prettier though.
That's why I usually don't do specific people, and I will shift back to Clockwork Dwarf Teffin.
So what is it you look like normally? Like what do you look like?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you can look like anybody, is there like a you that's you when it's not like, you know, Pyron or me?
And he looks genuinely confused by the question.
Like
we've had
there's
this
you
problem before.
that looks like you look like now, and then there's the dwarf you. But is there like a you version that doesn't look like something else?
He's asking, what is your original form?
Yeah, come on, Teffin. This isn't rocket surgery.
Well, first of all, what are rockets? Second of all, what's surgery? I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy. When you don't even know yourself.
I didn't say that.
Y'all just got super existential on us.
I know myself pretty well. I don't have an original form, I guess. Not that I know of.
Are there more?
No.
Web it.
Sorry about that. Say that
No
again.
worries.
So are there more of you? Like, do you have like other people that are like you?
I mean, I just kind of assumed there are. I'm kind of solitary, kind of a loner. But until I hooked up with you guys, I was kind of on my own.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I am too. So,
What's your favorite thing to take the shape of?
So I saw this cat lady one time. And that was kind of neat. Trying to work out the tail was interesting. I've also seen like bird people. They're kind of neat. Never really got a hang of the whole flying thing though. I think I'm too heavy. Those are pretty neat to try. I was a gorilla one time for like 3 whole weeks before anyone caught on.
That's pretty impressive.
You weird man. You weird.
Full story. I was a gorilla one time.
Weird
What
flex,
about
bro,
you,
but
Pyron?
okay.
You got any cool tricks?
Pyron?
what was that?
So what about you? You got any cool tricks?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I got a few little tricks up my sleeve I could do. I mean, I can't like change my shape completely or anything like that.
Yeah, me neither.
So, As far as the set can go, that's not really my expertise. I'm more of a. I like to intimidate people, though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I get that. I'll tell you what, I just don't understand you magic users. Doesn't make sense to me.
I'm kind of tempted to show him my angel wings.
Hey, go for it. You do you,
Didn't,
man.
didn't he pop those out on the ship, on the airship one time?
Yeah, one time I did.
Which is funny because I forget yours are non-functional, aren't they? You bamfed them out, but you can't fly.
No, it's just for show. For intimidation only.
They are skeletal. They are not helpful in a flight situation. Oh God! Twice in a night.
Ate it.
We're good. We're good. So
Well, I could never figure that magic stuff out.
Hey, some people have a skill for it, and some people don't. I mean, that's what makes us different.
one of these
Well,
days, somebody's
You
gonna.
guys
try
are
and
useful
cheat.
in a fight, so. And yeah, that's
That's pretty much
pretty
the
much what
extent of
I'll
it.
talk to him about. I'm, just curious. I've noticed that he changes his shapes, and so I wanted to figure out what was going on.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, you guys have a much chiller day of travel this go round. And because for you guys it's almost midnight, we will go ahead and say in the distance you see the horizon of the Emerald City approaching. There are gigantic spires that are really, really reflective in the distance. If you catch it just wrong against the sun, wow, goodness. If you
I
catch it
dropped my
just right,
D20.
if you catch it just right against the sun, like it's almost blinding for a second. You have to shield your eyes. But it is a sprawling city, and you begin to get in closer where there are more communities and whatnot. Areas that look more like small settlements that are hovering on the outskirts. You are not in the city proper yet, but we can pick up next go round with you guys getting into the city. Anything that anybody would like to do before that happens? Anything for the... Yes.
One other thing. So I was actually just thinking because we actually camped out for the first time this last night. Sophia actually might have seen him writing the night before. I just forgot because we were camping out. All the rest of the time he's been in his room. But
So you have seen him writing in a journal, and then you have also heard him say something about lying about writing in a journal. So what you want to do with that information is up to you. I don't know if this is a surprise to them or not.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It really doesn't mean anything to Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, I might use it, but I mean,
Yeah.
its own personal journal. I wouldn't bother asking what's in it.
Yeah.
No, I just make a note of it. And
Taking notes. Oh,
that was all. Sorry.
I forgot to do dreamy things last night. Dang it. I'm going to write myself a note to next time you guys sleep. I have to make you roll for the dreams because I forgot that last the last night camping. So yeah, I'll make sure that that I have you guys roll for that next go round.
dreamy thing.
Anything en route other than that?
No, ready to get to the
Not that
Emerald
I
City.
can, not that I
drop
can
this
think of.
off.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I want to find a place to have someone tell me what this freaking stone is. Though.
Yep.
Please let one of us go with you for that.
I don't need you guys. It's just a rock.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So it's probably not worth much. I'll probably just.
Yeah, that's why I want one of us to go with you.
I'll probably just let you cut
That's-
out for half of that.
I said trade it in for like 2 or 3 gold pieces or something.
Yeah, so I want us to go with you.
Oh, that should be fun.
Paul has
All eyes on Paul
no
when we
concept
get
of
there.
money.
Well, I know you didn't actually get very far as like progressing the plot that we were that we are following, but did you have fun?
Yeah.
Of course.
Almost murdered a child.
Like you do.
Always a good
Like you
time. I that was an interesting thing. Like the role that you gave me did not actually yield anything I could use, but the one right next to it worked out so that I had to create an entirely new side plot line for a whole group of people that didn't exist until today.
All
So
right.
I'm excited.
You just bamf some people into existence.
Yeah.
I did forget one other thing. Everybody, Eden goes around and just hands out like 44 gold pieces to each of you.
Awesome.
Okay.
What's this
Cool.
for?
It was from my performance the other night.
Oh, thank you.
I feel weird accepting this. You did all the work for it.
Yeah, this is your gold. You earned this gold.
I understand that it is customary for people to share spoils of traveling, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Way too many syllables. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I understand that people
Yeah.
often, when they're traveling, they share their money. So have money.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to take it because I need some things, but thank you.
Paul's gonna go and give it to their
Well,
The
now
armor.
I'm trying to consider how that works in Paul's mind. So he's got 235 gold. So I'm guessing he's thinking he has to now spread it out.
He gives you back more than you
So,
gave
he's
him.
like- so yeah, I guess he's gonna pull out his stack of gold and just be like, pull a big handful out and just like try to do and hand off like a handful of gold from his satchel. Like, oh,
Paul,
okay.
Paul,
I
no,
didn't
it's
know that was
alright.
a thing. Here you go.
No, that's all right. That's all right. You keep it.
No. It's the rules.
Thank you, Paul.
I love Paul so much.
So
Probably for the
Eden-
best that you hold his money anyways, because he overpays for everything.
I enjoy it.
You get 103 gold pieces.
Gosh.
Yes. Wow. That's hilarious.
Let me do some math here.
I was about to say, are you sure?
All
that's-
right, so yeah. So you netted 59 gold.
You'll just sort of like keep it in a separate pocket so that whenever Paul needs something, he can pay it back later.
That's the Paul
I'm not
pocket.
you know what's funny? I've like hemorrhaged gold this game, and I've literally bought nothing except for rations and questionable health potions.
That's amazing. I love this so much.
There you go.
Well, we will call it there then so that we don't get into something that's going to take us an hour and a half to finish after it's already midnight in Conway.
All right, I'm stopping the recording here.